Since 2006, when Roblox was first released to the public, fighting games have been a thing. Games like Sword Fights on the Heights and Doomspire Brick Battles. However, over the past 3 or 4 years, Battlegrounds games have become exceedingly popular. Games such as The Strongest Battlegrounds and Jujutsu Shenanigans. But there are a few relatively unspoken about games. Fighting games that get a few hundred players at any given time. Games like Fighting, and the game we're focusing on today, Project Remix. And this is probably one of, if not the most underrated fighting games on Roblox. If you haven't played Project Remix, it's a round-based fighting game where you can customize your loadout exactly to how you want it to be. The weapons, the perk, the abilities. This game even has skins for the weapons. Every round, you vote for a game mode. It has game modes like Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, Subspace Transport, and many others. This game's currency is ticks, which you can get just by playing the game. If you or your team win a round, it gives you 5,000 ticks. You can spend it on weapons, abilities, and perks. You can pick from 5 weapon types: melee, explosive, ranged, long range, and support. Every weapon costs 7,500 ticks. Each weapon has multiple attack variations, which you can unlock from leveling up the weapon by getting kills in matches. All weapons in this game have some sort of correlation to old Roblox gear pieces, which is actually a nice homage to what Roblox was. Not to mention that most, if not all, of these weapons feel really good to use. There are 6 types of basic abilities: movement, verticality, healing, damage, defense, and utility. This game also has something called remix abilities, which is this game's version of ultimates. There are 3 types of remix abilities: damage, support, and utility. The game gives you a variety of weapons, abilities, and perks to play around with and see what you like. But there are easily thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of possible combinations with all the various weapons and abilities that are at your disposal. The majority of things you equip are also actually useful and don't just take up a slot in your loadout. And depending on how you like to play these types of games, means that you can have a completely different loadout and experience from so many other people. And this is growing more and more from every update this game receives. This game also has a very smooth movement system. Climbing, wall hopping, and jump pads, just to name a few ways to move around one of the 14 maps chosen each round. There is a tutorial to start you off and get you used to these mechanics, and I must say, this tutorial is actually fun. Or at least as fun as a game tutorial can be. It lets you pick what weapons and abilities you want, albeit a smaller selection than what you get when you're in the actual game, which means that most users will have a unique experience, which is something that most games just don't have. And one thing that really surprised me was that this game is made by one person. He alone comes up with the ideas, he scripts them, models them, and composes an entire banger soundtrack by himself, which I have been using for the duration of this video. The game already has so much content, and it's only in beta. Also, I don't even think he makes all that much from it. There are 0 game passes, 0 developer products. I'm pretty sure he only gets paid from premium payouts, and even that's getting removed soon. Which means that he basically makes this and his other games for completely free. Do you want to know how many people play this game daily? Less than 400. Don't get me wrong, it's still really good. This game is just made better than so many others, and I get this is a fighting game, and a lot of people would rather play calm games, but this is such a great game. It's very similar to fighting, but in my opinion, this game is better. Not to say fighting is bad, I just prefer Project Remix because you get to customize every part of your loadout. So if you have some spare time, I would say play this. Maybe I'm a little biased because I like to play these type of first-person shooter games, but this is one of the best games I've played on Roblox in a while, and I will definitely be playing it more in my free time. Now, just before I go, I wanted to say thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. I really couldn't have done it without all of your support. I don't really have any ideas for what I'm going to do for it just yet, so if you have any, leave any ideas you have down below. But if you enjoyed this, then please subscribe and check out my other videos, which I'm sure you will enjoy as well. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.